friends, it's Sheriff Labrador and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie here.
Yes, guys. Hello, everyone. Today, we have something special for you. We are diving into the world of Roblox and playing the Escape Funnies Toy Shop mode.
In this mode, our main task is to escape from the creepy toy shop. But it's not as easy as it seems.
We will have to hide and run away from a scary toy that wants to take us into its toy world.
Friends, hold on tight because it's going to be fun and scary at the same time.
In this mode, we face 6 challenging trials, each testing our skills to the limit. And perhaps at the end, we'll have to fight the toy boss.
Sounds scary and exciting, but we'll manage because we're a team.
We've just turned on the electricity to get some light, and now we're heading down the creepy tunnel to find a way out of here.
Whew, this tunnel looks really spooky. I hope we don't encounter too many traps.
The main thing is to be careful and stick together. Friends, keep your fingers crossed for us because a real challenge awaits us ahead.
What are these footprints? Some kind of monster sneaked into the ventilation and left its tracks here. Maybe we can get in there and find a way out right away. But it looks like we can't. The ventilation is closed, so we'll have to go through this creepy tunnel with broken pipes. Dobie, are you afraid to jump through this hot air?
No, I wasn't afraid. Do you think I'm a coward? We've already been through many scary modes together. I'm almost used to them. By the way, it's better not to look down right now. Wait, do you hear that? Or is it just me?
Dobie, I didn't hear anyone. We're facing a real challenge, a scary labyrinth. Guys, this labyrinth isn't just difficult, it's full of dangers. A giant scary toy will be chasing us. If we don't find the exit in time, it will turn us into one of its toys.
This challenge will make us use all our wits and speed. The labyrinth is huge, and we must be very careful to find the exit as quickly as possible. But don't worry, Labrador and I will guide you.
And remember, friends, this is just the first challenge in this mode. Many more difficulties and puzzles await us ahead. We must be ready for anything and never give up.
Hey, Labrador, this parkour is really tough. It seems like we're tackling the hardest challenges of this mode.
Indeed, Dobie, but this is just the beginning. We have a lot ahead of us. By the way, do you remember what our friends mentioned about the next challenge?
Oh yes, they mentioned something about red and green colors. They said it's one of the most interesting challenges here. We need to be prepared for anything.
I remember they said these colors are somehow related to choosing paths or solving puzzles. We'll have to be alert and use our wits.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's leave the parkour behind and get ready for the next challenge. Remember, teamwork and attentiveness are our best allies here.
Absolutely, Dobie. Let's move forward. New challenges await us, and we have to prove that sheriffs aren't easy to break.
Green color, run, Labrador! Oh wait, red color, stop and don't move.
Green light, run, Dobie, run! You've got just a little left. You can make it. Oh no, stop! Red light, no way out. Or as the saying goes,
Labrador, I almost lost because of you. Is there something wrong with your reaction time? The green light was on, but you only mentioned red or stop. Don't you know the difference between green and red? Ha ha.
Sorry, Dobie, I got a bit confused. I'll pay closer attention to signals next time. Don't worry, I'll react faster in the next challenge.
We breezed through the second trial from this strange living toy, and now we just need to climb up and start the third trial. Honestly, I thought it would be easier. This is the toughest challenge for us.
You're right. I hope you guys subscribe to our channel and give us likes for our efforts. These are indeed very tough trials, but the third trial will be even 100 times harder. I doubt my friend told me.
Hey, Labrador, look what's on the horizon for us. Our task is to climb up this tower made of toy blocks before that Titan robot toy catches us and crushes us.
Yes, Dobie, it looks really dangerous. We need to devise a tactic to hold out for these 40 seconds until the robot breaks down. Let's first explore the surroundings. Maybe we'll find something useful.
Okay, Labrador, let's consider our options. These columns of blocks could be our cover. We can run between them to avoid the robot's grasp.
Great idea, Dobie. We can also use these toy blocks to slow down its movement. Toss them under its feet to create inconvenience and buy us valuable seconds.
Right, Labrador. And let's not forget about our teamwork. Let's coordinate. One of us distracts the robot while the other navigates along the edge of the tower. This way, we can divide its attention and gain more time.
Exactly, Dobie. Let's go into action. Let's show this robot who the real sheriffs are around here. Stick to the plan and we'll definitely succeed.
Only 6 seconds left. I'm sure we can survive this. If not, Labrador, you've been the best friend I've had. Hooray! We managed to outsmart the Titan robot. Honestly, it was quite dumb. Just a clumsy piece of metal crushing everything in its path.
I think we shouldn't have opened this door. It's really creepy here. This looks like the location where we need to find the exit and escape from the main character of this mode. Well, wish us luck, subscribers.
Hey, Labrador, look who's chasing us now. It's a living toy, and it's tearing after us through this abandoned toy warehouse. We need to keep moving and not let it catch up to us, or we could be its next victim.
Whoa, Dobie, this looks really terrifying. Let's use our knowledge and experience to get out of this situation. We have to find a way to evade it.
I see a car ahead. Could it be the way out to freedom? No, it doesn't look like it. There's lava below. Where did lava come from in a toy store? Some monster must have created this.
While we're driving, I wanted to tell you something. Yesterday, we received a call from the owner of the toy store. He informed us that toys had been disappearing and all the surveillance cameras were turned off. This prompted Dobie and me to rush to the scene.
Yes, Labrador is right. When we arrived, the store seemed empty and abandoned, with scattered toys and plush animals everywhere.
We began our investigation and discovered Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel hiding in the far corner of the store. It turned out they were taking the toys, thinking they were for their children.
When we asked them why they didn't use the surveillance cameras, they said they didn't know how to turn them on and were just trying to do something nice for their kids.
In the end, we clarified the situation and offered them to visit the store during business hours to purchase toys. They apologized for the trouble and promised not to take anything without permission again.
So, friends, sometimes mysterious disappearances aren't caused by dark forces. Sometimes it's just parents trying to make their children's lives brighter.
It seems like we've been through a lot, but now we're facing the fourth trial, which is proving to be a real challenge.
Yes, Labrador, this trial feels like games such as Mario. We need to run and jump, avoiding traps, and collecting everything that can help us stop the huge head of this living toy that's trying to catch and eat us.
Ahead of us are platforms, traps, and obstacles, but we won't give up. Let's use our agility and quick reflexes to overcome this level.
Labrador, watch carefully. There are traps on the ground. Either avoid them or collect them so we can use them against the head of the living toy.
Recently, we had a situation that unfolded during an evening excursion in another country with my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie. We decided to take local school children on a tour, sharing our adventures and the responsibilities of sheriffs, aiming to inspire them and demonstrate the importance of attentiveness and responsibility. The walk led us to an abandoned house where the children marveled at the ancient walls and tangled vines. Our tales came to life in the cozy shadow under a starry sky, when suddenly I noticed that one of the students, little Sammy, had gone missing. With a sinking heart, we began searching, scouring every corner of the abandoned house. My heart raced as we heard rustling from above. In the attic, among old rusty beams, we found Sammy sitting on the edge, waving his arms as if hoping to take flight like a superhero. Sammy, scared and subdued, sat quietly on the roof as we approached him. We took his hands and carefully guided him down, soothing his frazzled nerves. Returning to the group, we hugged each student, feeling exhausted yet grateful. This incident reminded us of the importance of our work and how our stories can inspire and educate the next generation.
I remember how it was. I was really nervous. By the way, did we complete the last level or not? I wonder what awaits us next. I hope we won't have to fight the final boss. I'm actually a bit scared of that.
This toy train seems very suspicious. I don't think the exit is here, but we have no other options. Get comfortable, Dobie. We're in for a long ride.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador. I hope we won't encounter any screamers along the way, and everything will be quiet.
Oh no, it was a trap. What do? We're falling straight down. We're going to crash.
Sheriff Labrador, are you here? I see the final game.
Yes, I'm here. This location seems to be the final one. Oh wait, it's that living toy in a robot suit. How do we defeat it? Guys, we've encountered the main boss. A living toy robot threatening us with its lasers and enormous metal structure.
Yes, Labrador, this robot means business. It's shooting from all its weapons and trying to crush us with its huge feet.
But we won't give up. To defeat this boss, we need to target its weak spot, the legs. We have rocket launchers and we need to hit it directly in the legs.
Let's act quickly and in sync. Labrador, you take the rocket launcher on the right, I'll take the one on the left. Let's focus fire on its legs while we have the chance.
Notice how it's opening the vents on its legs? Now's our chance to attack. Fire the rockets.
Great shot, Labrador. We've wounded its leg. Just a bit more, and we'll do it.
The boss is getting more aggressive. Watch out. Dodge the lasers and keep attacking its legs.
Another rocket hit the mark. The leg is starting to smoke. We're almost there.
We're almost there, and we'll defeat this evil robot. Hooray! We've managed to destroy it. It wasn't for nothing that they called me Diamond Eye at the Sheriff Academy. I truly am a sharpshooter. Now, we just need to find a way out of here.
Guys, you're all simply the best. You helped us defeat that toy robot. I hope we really won, and it's not another trap.
Yes, my friend. We actually managed to beat this super challenging level. Thanks everyone for watching. Goodbye for now. Hello, dear friends. Today, Dobie and I will be playing the scariest map in Roblox, Doors. We are in for a lot of mysterious challenges, and most importantly, we'll be accompanied by various jump scares and a creepy atmosphere throughout the journey. We hope you enjoy watching.
Yes, hello everyone. That's right, Sheriff Labrador. The fans have been asking us to play this map a lot. Thanks to all the likes and comments. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, we've already passed through 2 rooms.
Dobie, finally, we'll test your mettle. You always say you're not afraid of anything, but on all the maps we've played, you've always tucked your tail in fear. Ha ha ha!
Let's focus on the game, Labrador. I hope you didn't forget to put on a diaper yourself.
Look at how many people are with us. I think they, like us, decided to test their nerves. Dobie, how often do you play horror games alone? I get really scared when I'm by myself. It's always less scary with friends.
I don't really like playing alone either. It's definitely calmer with friends. Plus, you can always chat and share interesting stories with friends. It's strange. We're already at the 10th door and haven't encountered a single monster. Maybe the game glitched?
I don't think so, Dobie. These kinds of games love to wait for just the right amount of time, and then a really scary monster suddenly jumps out at you.
Ah, did you see the lights flicker? I think that's a sign that a monster is about to attack.
What? Where did we get teleported to? What should we do? We probably just need to keep moving forward and not look back. It's really scary.
Oh, I get it. We can't just keep moving forward. Let's be careful and watch out for any signs or clues.
Exactly, Dobie. When the turnaround sign appears on the screen, we need to make sure we don't miss it. I hope our whole team handles this monster, or it'll be even scarier alone. By the way, where is everyone? Maybe they got teleported to a nearby room? If that's the case, how does this monster track each player? Maybe there are several of them.
You mean several identical monsters? That's not a bad theory. Maybe we're being teleported to different worlds altogether.
Yes, we defeated the first monster. Looks like our whole team is okay too. Great job, Dobie. It seems there are 2 doors here and only 1 is correct. Do you remember the number of the previous door? It seems it was the 11th door. Oh, there's no 12th door here at all.
I definitely remember that the previous door was number 13. It seems the girl sacrificed herself for our team. Oh no, she's fine. But it must have been painful.
What's that blue light? Could it be another monster attacking us so quickly? I better just walk past as quickly as possible. It's not bothering me anyway. Looks like it was harmless.
We've already encountered 2 monsters. I wonder how many more there are. Please write in the comments. What do you think, Sheriff Labrador? How many doors will we pass today? Judging by our pace, we have a chance to reach the 100th door and beat the game. I really hope so.
I think we'll reach the 50th door. While you were talking, we met an absolutely identical monster with a blue glow. It seems to exist solely to psychologically scare us with its presence. Such jump scares only work on kids. But we've seen worse, haven't we? Perhaps the farther we go, the more frequently we'll encounter monsters. I wonder if it's possible for there to be 10 monsters in one room at once.
Let's keep going. I think we'll encounter a new monster soon. And here comes an attack. The lights are flickering again. Let's run into the closet.
Well, where is it? Was that attack fake and they just scared us? Listen to the sounds. Something cracked, probably the light bulbs.
It seems like we're about to suffocate. We should have practiced holding our breath. Ah, did you see that? Someone just ran by. It's a new monster.
We've already passed 20 rooms, though I don't see one of our team members. Hopefully he'll catch up if you're not dead. Here's a grill. Is this the end? Oh no, it seems we need to do something in the basement to open the gate of the grill. Maybe we need to find something like a button or a lever.
Yes, I think there will definitely be something useful here. Maybe even a flashlight. I think I see a lever behind the grill. Great. He did it.
Let's tell the guys a scary story with an unexpected ending about how you and I went on a spooky quest.
Oh no, just don't remind me of that. I just forgot.
Once I, Sheriff Labrador, along with my partner Dobie, decided to unwind a bit and accept an invitation to a new quest that had opened nearby our precinct. It was called the Labyrinth of Horrors, and we were assured it would be a fun experience. We arrived at the quest, and right at the entrance, we were greeted by an ominous atmosphere. Dim lighting, gloomy decorations, and eerie sounds. But we were confident. What could frighten two sheriffs who had been through so many trials?
As we entered the maze, I was full of determination to prove that we weren't easily frightened. The first rooms were amusing, strange sounds and flashes of light. But the further we went, the scarier it became. In one of the rooms, vicious creatures suddenly appeared. Labrador seemed unfazed, but I could feel my heart pounding more and more. It was especially terrifying to encounter a huge wolf that unexpectedly leaped out of the shadows. We kept going, and the tension was mounting. At one of the turns, we were confronted by a group of terrifying clowns, their menacing grimaces and sinister laughter making me flinch. I tried to hold it together, but fear was starting to take over.
In one of the last rooms, just when we thought nothing could be scarier, a huge bear with glowing eyes suddenly leaped out from around the corner. Dobie flinched and I felt him wobble slightly. At that moment, I heard a faint sound and realized that Dobie was genuinely scared. I looked at him and saw a dark stain spreading on his pants, which amused me a lot, but I tried not to show it. We hurried towards the exit, where the quest operator greeted us with a wide smile on his face. We pretended like everything was under control, but I knew that this experience would stay with us for a long time.
Wow, I'd rather forget about it forever, like a bad dream. Why did you record it on video? Now everyone will find out about it. How am I supposed to walk down the street calmly now?
Don't worry, you don't get recognized on the street as often as I do. By the way, do you remember the number of the last door? It was 29, so we should go to the 30th. Hey, girl, this way for us. Open this door.
Oh no, she can't hear you. Write in the chat. But you don't have to write anymore. I hope she survived. Let's just open this door ourselves.
Wow, we found a lockpick. We definitely need to try it out.
My nose is itching. That's not a good sign.
Do you see that? There are scary eyes on the wall. Maybe it's a new monster, and you're not supposed to look at them? Although, we would have died long ago. Let's just keep going.
It suddenly got really dark. The perfect moment to scare us. Did you hear that? Ah!
Pooh, that was really scary. I hope you didn't wet yourself, because ahead of us awaits one of the bosses of this map. Seek.
Very funny. You screamed just as loudly as I did. Better prepare yourself mentally. We'll need to run and crawl through obstacles during the battle with the boss.
How do you know all this, Dobie?
To be honest, I've been preparing.
So you wouldn't be scared?
As you can see, it didn't help much.
Here it comes. It's starting. My paws are already sweating. Phew, let's go.
Run, run, run.
Don't worry, Dobie. We got this. The main thing is to stay alert.
I hope we won't get crushed by a wardrobe. Just don't look back or you might trip and fall.
Did you notice that during the boss battle, we also pass through doors because the room number increases?
That's true. It would be nice to make it all the way to the end of the game like this, because this boss is easier than the boss at the 50th door.
The main thing is not to get caught in the fire. Ouch! It seems like I just singed my tail.
Hooray, we did it. Look how we left him behind. He seemed quite slow. Let's tease him, ha ha ha.
Just be careful. The door might suddenly slam shut and we'll be left alone with him.
Looks like he slammed into the door at full speed, but serves him right. It seems like there are fewer and fewer of us, which doesn't make me happy, but it also shows that you and I are doing pretty well. Maybe we really will make it to the last door.
Meanwhile, we're almost to another boss. Figure. Oh, the lights are flickering again, but we already know what to do.
As far as I know, there are two types of monsters on this map that you need to hide from in the closet. The first one is Rush, and the second one is Ambush. The difference is that Ambush can fly by several times in a row, and you can't stay in the closet for too long.
Oh no, Dobie, this guy for some reason came out of the closet too early. I feel sorry for him. He probably blinked and thought the monster had already left. Sigh. Minus one more team member. Well, at least we got his lockpicks and lighter. Let's tell the guys an interesting story about how we saved the city from the cunning plan of a mad scientist to infect all electronic devices. This was the time when we, Sheriff Labradors and Dobie, decided to take a break from our usual work and head to the gaming club in the heart of the city. We couldn't afford to relax often, but sometimes we needed a bit of entertainment too. As soon as we entered the gaming club, we were surrounded by the sound of coins, flashing lights, and excited voices. We headed towards the arcade machines, and I noticed an old machine in the corner that always caught my attention.
We forgot about our work and got completely immersed in the world of arcade games. But suddenly, one of the machines malfunctioned. The screen started flickering and occasionally showed strange images that evoked horror and fear. People began to scream and panic.
We immediately realized that something was wrong. Dobie and I decided to check what was happening with this machine. When we approached it, I noticed a strange device connected to its back panel. It seemed to be some kind of signal transmission device.
While we were dealing with this, we received a call from the sheriff's office. It turned out that electronic devices throughout the city had started displaying similar symptoms. We realized that this was not a coincidence, but the cunning plan of some mad scientist.
We rushed to take action. Our top priority was to find this scientist and stop him before he caused even more damage to our city. We used all of our skills and resources to track down his whereabouts.
Thanks to our persistence and cooperation, we managed to find his hideout in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city. He was attempting to activate his device to cause even more chaos, but we thwarted him just in time.
We arrested him and prevented a catastrophe. This incident reminded us that even during leisure time, we must always be vigilant and ready to act when necessary. And although this experience was scary and tense, we were able to overcome it together, like true partners and friends.
Yes, it's wonderful to be a sheriff and have such a loyal and wonderful partner like you. Here we go, Sheriff Labrador. We've reached the next boss. We need to prepare ourselves mentally because it's going to be very challenging.
So, dear friends, this video is coming to an end. If you want to see the continuation of our game, please like and subscribe to the channel. Well, we're not saying goodbye. See you soon. Hello, dear friends. As you can see, we are at school, which means today we will be escaping from Mr. Stinky.
Yeah, hello everyone. But first, we need to get out of the classroom. Crazy Mr. Stinky has hung our photo on the board and written that we're noobs. We need to prove him wrong.
We'll gladly do that. I think we'll manage it easily since we're real sheriffs. Let's activate the fire alarm and escape before anyone comes.
Sheriff Labrador, we have many tough challenges ahead, but we need to save our strength for the final boss battle.
Oops, it turns out he was very close the whole time. Looks like stealth isn't an option. Run!
He's looking at us so terrifyingly, with such a beastly smile. He's about to catch up with us. We need to speed up.
Did it seem like he pushed us with his belly? Maybe he's just trying to scare us or play with us. He probably just wants to see how we handle his challenges.
Ha ha ha! Why did he fall asleep? All right, better not take any chances.
Looks like someone before us tried to escape and stepped into this strange green liquid. I hope it's not snot.
Better snot than acid, I suppose.
We're climbing into the ventilation. We need to hold our breath to avoid choking on the dust.
Now we're gonna do a little parkour. We all remember that you're a professional at it, so I'm sure we'll pass through it without any mistakes. Looks like he's already awake. I hope he doesn't attack us now.
Just look at how creepy it looks. Why did he drill through the wall and peek at us through a hole instead of just setting up a camera?
Brr, very spooky. Maybe he thinks this will scare us and we won't be able to continue.
He won't scare us like this. We face scarier things. We just need to ignore him and focus on reaching our goal. We need to figure out how to open the gates.
I think those two buttons should open them. The question is whether we need to press them separately or at the same time.
It would seem unfair of the developer to make a door that can only be opened together. Well, we'll find out soon when we press the second button.
How much money and time do you think went into creating all these trials? He's really crazy. Why did he need to create all this just to watch crying children?
Great! The door opened. I think he spent around $500,000 in about 6 years on all of this. But we can't say for sure because we haven't seen the other trials yet, and I'm sure they'll be even more elaborate.
Oh, I've seen this trial somewhere before. I know what's coming next.
It's possible he's conducting these trials and observing us to learn our weaknesses and defeat us in the final battle.
Good theory, but right now we need to focus on not getting hit by the laser. Listen, I don't quite understand lasers in games and how they can disintegrate things, because I've never seen such lasers in real life. Only those you can play with a cat or aim with a weapon.
Dobie, there are lasers in existence that are very powerful and used in materials processing or furniture manufacturing. Their strength allows them to cut through various objects.
Got it, thanks. Look, this guy is suggesting that we take some secret path. I'm not sure if we should listen to him or not.
Well, I think if it's a trap and we get killed there, it's not a big deal, because we'll just respawn and continue on the normal path. Plus, it's very curious to see what's there.
It looks like a giant suspended platform. Maybe we're about to have a boss battle. But why did that guy say it's a secret way?
It seems like all we can do is press this red button.
On the count of 3.
Let's go!
All right.
It seems like the button really spawned the boss. He looks like Mr. Stinky, but with legs made of sewer pipes.
And under his body, there's a large gear. What could that mean?
Maybe Mr. Stinky likes steampunk, and that's why he made a robot copy of himself. It even knows how to throw its hat. Perhaps it has artificial intelligence built in?
Given the advancement of technology, it's possible, but the problem is that Mr. Stinky is 1,000,000 years old and wouldn't have mastered such technology. However, considering how crazy he is, we can expect a lot from him.
Just a little more HP left for him. The key is not to get too close so he can't reach us with his hat.
Yes! That was a bit exhausting. He was too strong. Or maybe they gave us too weak of a weapon.
All right, what's next? We defeated him and they didn't even give us anything? What nonsense. Maybe they'll at least leave us the weapons.
Phew! I wanted to go back but accidentally jumped. No big deal. They'll respawn us now.
In the end, that guy just blatantly tricked us. He probably wanted to laugh at us failing, but something didn't go according to plan. Did you notice that the edges of these books have spikes? That's very dangerous.
And there were also some balls with spikes. They looked a lot like viruses. I hope we didn't get sick from being near them.
I think we almost ran into a spiked mace. I didn't even notice it when I was jumping.
Oh no, it's Yellow-Toothed Larissa. Grab the weapon and shoot her in the eye.
Listen, so that means she's Mrs. Stinky. Because her breath smells bad, looks like she hasn't brushed her teeth in a long time. Fate! I hope she at least takes a shower.
And she also has terrible makeup and an ugly wart on her face. So it all makes sense now. Mr. and Mrs. Stinky are dating. Very interesting.
Hooray! The second boss is defeated. After the video, we'll need to celebrate our victories.
Sheriff Labrador, do you remember how we saved the town from the approaching tsunami?
Of course, Dobie. I remember every day of our teamwork. Sometimes before bed, I recall many of our adventures together, and it warms my heart instantly.
That's wonderful. Let's tell this story to the guys then. After a long day at work, Labrador and I finally boarded the bus heading home. We were tired, but satisfied with a job well done. Suddenly, through the bus window, we noticed the sky darkening, and the sea began to rage. Taking a closer look, we realized a tsunami was approaching our town.
Without hesitation, we jumped up and asked the driver to stop the bus. The driver, seeing our determination, complied immediately. We rushed out of the bus and ran to the nearest police station to raise the alarm.
We knew time was short. At the station, we contacted local authorities and warned them of the impending threat. All services were immediately mobilized to evacuate people from coastal areas and reinforce the dikes.
I took on the coordination of the evacuation. Alongside firefighters and rescuers, we began going door to door, warning residents and helping them quickly leave the danger zone. Meanwhile, Dobie organized barricades and directed transport for evacuating people.
The work was intense, but coordinated. The townspeople acted quickly and efficiently, following our instructions. The tsunami was already approaching as we completed the evacuation and reinforced the last dikes.
When the wave hit, we were ready. The high barricades and reinforced dikes withstood the force of the water. The town remained intact, and the residents were safe.
After the tsunami receded, we inspected the town. The damage was minimal thanks to the quick response and collective efforts of all services. The residents thanked us for our prompt action and rescue.
We returned home with a sense of having accomplished something truly significant. A saved town and the grateful faces of the residents were the best reward for our hard work.
Guys, if you enjoy our stories, be sure to write about it in the comments because we have plenty more to share.
I hope this guy won't interfere with us now.
It seems he's really getting in our way. Ugh, why did he stand up there and not move? There's no space as it is.
Let's remember another story about the cunning plan of the raccoons so we don't get too upset.
We went outside to investigate and saw strange glowing objects in the sky, resembling UFOs. These were devices disrupting the operation of electrical appliances, and their origin remained a mystery until we received a message from local residents who had seen raccoons placing something suspicious in the sewers.
We realized that raccoons, known for their cunning, had been planning this scheme for years, aiming to bring us back to the Stone Age. It posed a serious threat to our town, and we had to act quickly.
Gathering a team, we descended into the sewer pipes where we discovered and deactivated the devices disrupting electricity. It was a dangerous mission, but thanks to our unity and professionalism, we managed to succeed.
Look, we've reached some kind of cup. I think it's a trap. It can't be this easy. Someone is probably going to ambush us now.
Well, what should we do? Let's take it.
Yes, we were right. It was actually predictable. But the fact that this cup is our weapon is amazing.
How did Mr. Stinky make this robot? I wonder if it's hollow inside. But it's pure steel, so it must be very heavy. You have to be careful it doesn't fall on you, or it'll crush you flat.
It's possible it's not even a robot, but a giant suit. Maybe he's sitting inside it and controlling it.
Oh no, I didn't expect his attack to kill in one hit. It's okay though, everything's saved, and he's down to less than half HP. We'll finish him off quickly now. Let's go.
I didn't quite understand. He has another attack where he jumps, but just in case, I jump too. Maybe it's his lethal ground wave.
Yeah! Great job, Labrador. It seems that was the final boss. We can safely leave this cursed school now.
I hope they let us keep this cup. Besides reminding us of our victory and the effort we put into overcoming all the trials, it can still shoot. I would like a weapon disguised as a regular item. It could save someone's life.
And when you hold it in your hands, you run very fast. Probably because you feel pride in your victory and gain motivation.
Thank you for the support and for being a good conversation partner, Dobie. Without our teamwork, we wouldn't have made it to the end and wouldn't have been able to defeat the final boss.
Thank you too, Lab. I really enjoyed this place. Guys, if you know any other interesting Roblox places, be sure to write them in the comments so we can check them out.
Thank you guys for watching our videos all the way to the end. Well, our video is coming to an end. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you all later. Hello guys, today Dobie and I will be taking care of Boo.
But it's not that simple. We need to be extremely careful or else Bo will get angry.
Our task now is to feed Boo. I wonder if he likes broccoli.
I don't think he likes broccoli. No kids like them.
But still, let's find him some food.
I think we can feed him a very tasty burger.
He doesn't seem to want to eat a burger. Maybe he wants a different kind of food.
Let's still try feeding him a burger. After all, everyone loves burgers.
Looks like he's the exception. Let's feed him something more appropriate.
Of course. Let's feed him bananas then.
He's a very picky eater. I think he only likes certain foods.
Let's put him in the fridge. Maybe that way he'll choose what he wants to eat.
Let's try feeding him an apple. I think he'll appreciate our choice.
Phew, look, he finally ate something. We should continue feeding him apples.
The apples are gone. Now he's ready to eat anything.
Let's feed him until he's full.
Let's shove the last burger into his mouth.
I think now we need to wash him. He'll be dirty after eating.
Let's do it. I don't want the whole house to smell because of him.
The main thing is that he fits in the bathtub. Otherwise, it will be sad if he doesn't.
Let's wash him with this sponge, scrubbing his back a bit harder.
Look how he's resisting. He really doesn't want to bathe.
I think he's just playing with us. We still need to wash him no matter what.
Let's scrub him better and better. Most of the dirt is almost gone.
The process is going well. I think we should rinse him off under the shower now.
Exactly. Let's drench him with water thoroughly.
Oh, we've washed him. Now we need to treat him.
Let's rinse off all the shampoo from him completely.
Let's hurry up and finish washing him.
The shower pressure is low. It's hard to do it quickly.
Finally, let's give him his medicine now.
Let's get him down from the top shelf in the bathroom.
We need to be careful in case he starts feeling unwell.
Maybe he's feeling unwell now because we washed him.
Now he's better. He took his medicine and perked up right away.
I think now we should play with him.
Let's play. I think he'll enjoy it. He rarely plays with anyone.
But first, we need to find toys. Otherwise, we have nothing to play with.
Look over there. There's a bunch of toys.
Let's take this ball. Almost everyone loves playing with a ball. Games with it are easy and fun.
I can see he likes it. It's good when others are happy because of your actions.
Just don't throw it randomly. We should make him bounce the ball back to us.
I really enjoy playing with the ball. It makes you feel a real surge of energy.
Yes, I love such games too. My favorite is playing volleyball.
It seems Boo doesn't like ball games as much as we do.
But that's no reason not to play with him. I think the more he plays, the better he'll get at it.
Yes, that's definitely true.
I think Boo has played enough. We should put him to bed now.
Yes, I'm also very tired from this ball game. I wouldn't mind lying down for a nap too.
Where is his bed? I don't know where to put him to sleep.
I'm not sure either. Let's search for it more thoroughly.
It's easy to get lost in someone else's house. I don't even know where the bedroom might be.
We need to find the switch to turn off the light.
I think we should go back to the bedroom, maybe take a closer look there.
Oh, look, here's the lamp. Let's turn it off quickly.
Now let's put Boo on the bed.
He doesn't want to sleep on this bed. It looks like we should put him in another place.
No, I think he should sleep here, like an adult on a proper bed.
You can see he doesn't want to sleep here. We need to find another place for him.
What do you suggest then? I think we just need to persuade him better to sleep here. This bed is so comfortable and soft. Why wouldn't he sleep here?
I can't seem to find it either. Let's search around the house again more thoroughly.
If only Boo were a bit more talkative, we would have definitely put him to bed by now.
Perhaps our friend Boo isn't very chatty today. I think it will pass, but for now, let's make do with what we have.
Yes, I was very talkative in childhood. I always enjoyed talking to other people, making new friends, and just playing with different kids outside.
I was somewhat like you, Dobie. I really enjoyed playing in the sandbox with other kids, building a castle together, and then joyfully demolishing it as we watched it collapse beautifully.
It sounds like you had an interesting childhood. I, on the other hand, preferred playing tag. I was very fast, and almost no one could catch me.
In tag, I wasn't the fastest, but I always won thanks to my intellect. I devised excellent strategies that served me well. Even now, strategizing continues to be helpful to me.
I enjoyed devising strategies most when playing chess. I even participated in a school chess tournament where I took first place. It wasn't easy, but I managed to succeed.
Chess is a great game indeed. I also enjoyed playing it. It's excellent for developing intellect and strategic thinking.
Oh, nice! Bo settled down on his own spot. Now you can finally get some rest.
Yes, I think we deserve this rest. We need it more than ever.
Let's go ahead and get some sleep now.
Oh, we just woke up and someone's already knocking at our door. We should go open it quickly.
Let's go and open the door then. I don't like keeping people waiting. We didn't invite anyone over, and we didn't order pizza.
Who do we have here?
Wow, it's Bo's friend. When did he manage to invite her over?
He could have warned us, of course, but never mind. It looks like she's hungry too. Well, we can't refuse her, can we? Let's feed her.
Good thing we still have some food left. Enough for both of them.
Oops, there you are. I thought she disappeared, but she just rolled away from us.
I wonder if she's omnivorous or if she has her own picky taste.
It seems she doesn't like pizza. Strange, maybe she's allergic to it.
No, she ate it after all. Wait, we need to check if Bo wants to eat too.
According to our task list, we do need to feed him, but he just won't open his mouth. It's so difficult with these pets. He can't even tell us what's wrong.
Let's assume he wants to eat together with his friend.
Okay, let's check this out. Look, Bo, everything is fine with your girlfriend.
Open your mouth. Here comes the airplane.
Dobie, I think that's a bit too much.
Hooray! He's finally eating. I was starting to suspect that they were turned away from us and we needed to feed them directly into their mouths.
I hope she won't have any issues, and we'll also take it in her mouth.
Guys, write in the comments what you think. Who eats more often, boys or girls?
Strange why this obscure drink isn't being taken. Looks like we'll have to order food because they ate it all in one dinner.
They eat so much, they want more. Where can we get it? Oh, we left an apple in our room.
Good thing you remembered. I was starting to panic. By the way, since we're talking about food, Dobie, have you noticed how important it is to eat right, especially in our line of work? It's not just about physical fitness, but also about clarity of mind.
Absolutely, Labrador. Our job demands us to be at our best all the time. I always try to follow a diet that helps maintain energy and focus throughout the day.
Do you remember when we first realized the importance of proper nutrition? In the early days of our careers, we didn't always pay as much attention to it.
Strange. Where did your girlfriend Bo disappear to? That's right. I remember after one late-night operation, we both realized the need to pay more attention to what we eat. Without proper nutrition, such an active job quickly takes a toll on physical fitness.
Guys, eating right is very important for your health.
Where is Bowline? We fed and sheltered her. She couldn't have left without letting us know.
It's strange. Our pet is staring at these shelves. Does he want to read a book?
Oh, poof. Have you seen his expression? He seems displeased about something.
Maybe it's because we overfed him or gave him too much food indiscriminately.
Oh my goodness. Who would have thought there's a secret passage? Ah!
What was that? I even screamed.
Our Bo attacked us. What is going on?
Was it my imagination, or was Bowline sitting in that cage?
Yeah, I noticed that too. So, the main part of this playthrough has begun, and I thought we were just gonna take care of the pet.
Oops, I clicked something. What is this strange menu on our screen?
I think I get it. This is the menu for teleporting between rooms. Let's check the task list.
Oh my gosh, he's so huge and ugly. So, the task list says to get the liquid from under the sink. Good thing we guessed the right room.
All right, next we need to get Reagan from the playroom. I think the playroom is marked with a tennis ball, because that's where we played with our boo.
I can't understand what happened to our pet. Why is he angry at us and now hunting us?
And he has grown a lot in size. Maybe it's all related to us overfeeding him.
Now we need to go to the bedroom. Dobby, I think we'll never know the truth. We can only speculate.
Oh, there's no Bo here. He used to always keep an eye on us before.
Our task now is to escape from our own house. I can't believe it.
We need to make sure he's not nearby or that he's asleep in order to make our escape.
I don't see him. The front door is nearby, so let's just quickly slip out.
Oh no, it seems he knew we would try to escape and was waiting by the door.
Let's run.
Ah, where do we run to?
According to the task list, we need to turn on the stove. But why?
Are we really gonna shove him into the stove? He won't fit.
I remember now. We found Reagan. Let's use him.
Ah, that was unexpected. Let's stay behind the couch.
Oh, is that it? Where's our pet?
Oh, it looks like this weapon has turned our Bo into atoms.
What a pity. I thought it would just return him to his previous kind state.
What? Oh no, we forgot to turn off the stove before leaving.
Why did we leave if Boo is no longer here?
That sounded very sad, Labrador. However, I think Bowline survived. And maybe we have a chance to get our pet back. But that's something we'll have to find out later.
In the meantime, it's time to find a new adventure. Let's move on to the next game. Hello, friends. It's me again, Sheriff Labrador, and today we have a special episode.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Sheriff Labrador, I am already excited.
Together with my loyal partner, Sheriff Dobie, we will tell you about the most beautiful and challenging mode in Roblox. Escape the Carnival of Terror Obby.
This mode is simply incredible. You enter a mysterious and eerie carnival full of dangers and unexpected twists.
Let's start from the very beginning. As soon as you enter the game, you are greeted by a spooky carnival lit only by dim lanterns. Dangerous traps and evil ghost clowns patrolling the area are scattered everywhere. Your task is to avoid them at all costs.
Exactly. The first stage is a maze of inflatable castles. You need to be very careful and quick not to fall into the clown's hands. I advise you to watch your step carefully to avoid the traps.
Yes, and that's just the beginning. Next, you will face the mirror room, where it is easy to get lost. The main thing here is to remember the path and not to panic. Mirrors can be deceiving, so don't let them confuse you.
And don't forget about the Ferris wheel. It looks beautiful, but inside it is full of dangerous mechanisms. You need to be very attentive and not stop, so you don't end up in a trap.
We need to go through these rusty pipes. Oh no, the fire touched us. We'll have to start over. And of course, we can't forget about the final part, the escape through the horror attraction. This is the most challenging part, where you will have to use all your skills and agility to reach the exit.
Friends, this mode is truly amazing. It is not only challenging, but also incredibly beautiful. We are sure you will love it. We are now in the very heart of the Carnival of Horrors, in the house of the Clownity. Just look at this grim place. We have to complete a parkour over old stinky pipes, and below us lies an abyss.
Yes, this is really frightening. The stinky pipes are not just a test of our agility, but also a true test of endurance. The foul smell is awful, but we need to focus and move forward.
Watch your step, Sheriff Labrador. If we slip, we'll fall into that bottomless pit. We need to be extremely careful and watch every step we take. Let's take this slowly and steadily.
Good plan, Sheriff Dobie. Do you see that narrow pipe ahead? We need to jump onto it and then move along the wall. The key is not to rush and to maintain our balance.
Great, I'm ready. Go ahead, Labrador, you first. I'll cover you. This is probably one of the toughest stages in this mode, but we'll make it, right?
Of course, Dobie. We're a team. Okay, one jump, then another. Carefully. Got it. Now it's your turn, Dobie.
Got it. I'm coming. One jump, another. Yes, I did it. Now we need to walk along this narrow pipe. It's slippery, so hold on tight.
Now we are in the scariest part, the torture room. There are saws everywhere, and we need to somehow make our way through this madness and get outside, where the clown's amusement park awaits us.
Yes, this is a real nightmare. These saws spin so fast that one mistake could cost us our lives. We need to move very carefully and precisely time our actions.
Look, Dobie, the saws move in a specific pattern. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment when they stop for a split second. That's when we need to dash through.
I made it through too. Can't you see me? Wow, look at this beautiful amusement park. The Ferris wheel, roller coasters, and so much more.
We're now running away from the scariest clown in this carnival. He wants to turn us into his dolls, and we urgently need to find a way to escape. Look, ahead of us is the Ferris wheel. That's our chance to get out.
Up, up! The clown is still behind us. Let's go, Labrador. We can do this.
Yes, we're at the top. What a view! From here we can see the entire carnival. The clown won't catch us here.
Phew, that was intense. But we did it, Labrador. Now we're safe.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us likes. It's the best gift from you that each of you can give us.
For subscribing, I'll tell you a secret story. Our adventure began when we received an urgent call to the amusement park. Who would have thought that a giant dinosaur would appear in this creepy carnival and start wreaking havoc?
Yes, when we arrived, the scene was just terrible. The dinosaur knocked over the Ferris wheel, and it started rolling towards the sea. We realized that if it wasn't stopped, there would be big problems.
The first thing we did was try to get the dinosaur's attention so it would stop destroying the park. Labrador, do you remember how we used loud noises to distract it?
Of course, Dobie. We started sounding sirens and launching fireworks. It worked, and the dinosaur temporarily stopped. This gave us some time to figure out how to stop the Ferris wheel.
The wheel was almost at the sea when we realized we could use construction cranes to hold it back. We quickly climbed the nearest cranes and started moving them towards the wheel.
It was tough, but we made it in time. We stopped the wheel, and it ceased rolling. Meanwhile, the dinosaur started moving towards us again.
We knew we had to act quickly. While Labrador was dealing with the wheel, I went to find a way to calm the dinosaur. I found a big net and some strong tranquilizers. Just in time, we managed to sedate the dinosaur before it could start destroying everything again.
It was a real team effort. We saved the amusement park and prevented a huge disaster. Friends, always remember that in such situations, coordinated work and quick thinking are crucial.
Yes, Labrador, we did it! Friends, if you liked our story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are always ready for new adventures in the world of Roblox and are happy to share them with you.
Whoa, Dobie, this portal has teleported us to a new location. A volcano is erupting around us and lava is flowing beneath us. This is insane.
Yes, Labrador, this looks very dangerous. We have to be extremely careful. Look, there are many fire traps and challenging parkour ahead. We need to be quick and precise in our movements.
Right, Dobie. Let's start by carefully observing the trajectory of these fire traps. We need to understand when they activate so we can dash through between the bursts.
Look, the first trap activates every 5 seconds. We have to wait for the right moment and quickly dash through. Ready?
Ready. 1, 2, 3. Now. Great, I made it. Your turn, Dobie.
Here I go. Now! Who made it? Look, ahead is a narrow bridge over the lava. It looks very fragile, so we need to move slowly and carefully.
Keep your balance, Dobie. Look straight ahead and don't look down. We can make it if we're careful. One step at a time. Great, we're almost to the other side.
We did it, but there's another big fire trap ahead. We need to wait for the right moment again and dash through quickly.
Right, let's focus. Ready? 1, 2, 3, now. Whew, that was close, but we did it. Next, we need to jump over the lava flows.
Labrador, look, these platforms are moving. We need to time our jumps correctly to avoid landing in the lava. I'll jump first. Now! Great! I'm on the platform. Your turn.
Hey, here I come. Jump. Made it. We're doing great, Dobie. Just a few more jumps and we'll reach a safe place.
Come on, Labrador. Just a bit more. Jump. And another. Yes, we did it. We made it through all the fire traps and parkour.
Wow, do you see how beautiful and spooky it is here? It looks like someone is having a party. So, shall we go to their house? This clown hasn't had enough of us yet, and now we're going to play some mini games from him. Wish us luck, subscribers. Dobie, remember the story about the clown park? Recently, we were called to the clown park. There were rumors that everyone who visited the clown's room disappeared without a trace. We decided to investigate.
Yes, Labrador. Those rumors were too strange to ignore. When we entered the park, the atmosphere immediately felt sinister, especially that clown room.
Exactly, Dobie. The entrance to the room was decorated with rusty chains and cracked masks that seemed to watch our every move. We immediately felt that something was very wrong here.
Inside, it was even worse. The walls were covered with faded posters of circus performances that looked like they came from an old nightmare. The air was thick with the smell of mold and decay.
Agreed. There were dolls scattered haphazardly on the floor, looking like they had been thrown in a hurry. And the walls had strange stains that resembled dried blood.
And those eerie clown paintings on the walls. They were painted with such creepy precision that it felt like the clowns were about to come to life. In the corner of the room, we found a huge chest labeled toys. But when we opened it,
Yes, inside were old tattered clown costumes and wigs. And one more thing, a small diary where someone had detailed the disappearances. It was horrifying.
reading those entries was chilling. They described how the clown lured his victims by offering them a special performance. But none of them ever returned. We knew we had to be extremely careful.
We continued to search the room and found a hidden door behind one of the posters. Behind it was a narrow corridor leading into the darkness. We decided we had to find out what was down there.
The corridor led us to a massive door, which we found out was the dressing room.
It seems this is where the clown turned people into his friends, applying makeup to make them unrecognizable. This explains why no one ever returned. Those who left this room were completely transformed. Even their close friends and family couldn't recognize them. This is pure madness. I'm really nervous too. You never know what's waiting around the next corner, but I think this ramp might be our way out of this level.
Hold on, Labrador. We're taking off. Oh no, what is this darkness?
Hooray! We made it through this level. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned. There's a lot more exciting stuff ahead. Until next time.
Goodbye, and remember, always hold on tight on those roller coasters of horror.
Hi guys. Today we're playing Roblox in the Escape the Prison Just for Girls mode. This is going to be epic. Don't forget to like and comment.
Yeah, guys, we need to eat this giant cake to find a spoon and dig a tunnel. I always knew sweets could save the world.
Wow, Dobby, I think I found the spoon. It's time to start digging the tunnel. I wonder why they hide spoons in cakes. Is this some kind of secret tradition?
Now we need to go through this crazy parkour with rusty pipes and nails. And there's lava below. What a challenge. Who came up with such extreme conditions? As if rusty pipes and nails weren't enough.
Exactly. Careful, this pipe is shaking. Hold on tight.
Whew, almost fell. These nails are so sharp, like they're specially sharpened. Apparently they're not expecting guests here.
Almost there, Dobby. Look, there's the exit from the parkour ahead. But be careful, just a few more jumps.
Escaping this prison in Roblox is really tough. I don't know if we can make it. It all depends on you, viewers. I wonder if we have more boys or girls on our channel. Everyone hit the like button. And in the next video, we'll show who there's more of.
Dobby, it looks like we're in trouble. The girl guard is already after us. We need to find a way to escape quickly.
Exactly, Labrador. I see some pipes. Let's climb on them and try to go through the ventilation.
Great idea, Dobby. The guard won't be able to catch us at these heights. I hope she doesn't know we're parkour masters.
Haha, yeah, she has no idea we can jump like cats. The ventilation is ahead. Ready?
Always ready. Let's climb up, Dobby. This is like a spy movie. We just need some laser traps.
It would be cool if someone added lasers, but we'll manage without them for now. Here's the exit from the ventilation. We're almost free.
Jump down, quick. We did it. We escaped from the guard.
Phew, what an adventure. Labrador, remember when we were called to that girls' party? That was fun, too.
Oh, right. The girls had a unicorn and rainbow cupcake party. And we were called because they thought someone stole their pink glitter.
Ha ha, yeah. It turned out the glitter was hidden by one of the girls' little sisters as a surprise. And we were searching for the thief all that time.
And don't forget when we accidentally fell into the ball pit. The girls laughed so hard, and we looked like two giant balls ourselves.
Yeah, that was an unforgettable evening. It's good that we can not only catch criminals, but also entertain kids.
Dobby, you won't believe what happened last week.
Something serious?
Yes, very. A mother came to us desperate about her little girl named Lily. It turned out that Lily really wanted to summon a unicorn. She had heard many stories about magical creatures and was convinced they existed.
What did she do?
She turned to a local witch named Morgana. Everyone knows she's a powerful sorceress capable of real miracles, but her methods are often unsafe.
That already sounds alarming. Morgana was never known for her kindness.
Exactly. Lily approached her with the request to summon a unicorn. Instead of explaining that such things could be dangerous, Morgana agreed to help. She said she would fulfill her wish, but the result would be unexpected.
What happened?
Morgana performed the ritual, but instead of summoning a unicorn, she turned Lily into one. When the girl realized what had happened, it was too late. She found herself in the body of a unicorn, unable to speak or explain what had happened.
That's terrible. How did we find out about this?
Lily's mother came to us when the girl went missing. She told us about her suspicions and mentioned that Lily often talked about unicorns and magic. We immediately suspected something was wrong and went to Morgana.
How did we manage to save Lily?
When we arrived at the witch's house, we saw a unicorn locked in a pen. It looked scared and helpless. We demanded an explanation from Morgana. At first, she denied everything, but under pressure, she confessed to her spell.
How did we turn Lily back?
We forced Morgana to perform a reversal spell. It wasn't easy, but eventually she agreed, understanding that the consequences could be severe for her. With the spell, Lily returned to her human form. She was frightened, but safe and sound.
That's incredible. Good thing we made it in time. How is Lily now?
She's recovering. Her mother is taking care of her, and they are trying to forget about the terrible incident. We also warned everyone in the area about the dangers of dealing with Morgana.
Great job, Labrador. The important thing is that Lily is safe, but we should keep an eye on Morgana to ensure nothing like this happens again.
Guys, what do you know about gnomes? Do you believe in them?
Labrador, do you remember that strange call we got a week ago?
Of course, Dobie. It was one of the most unexpected cases we've encountered. We got a call from a girls' camp. They reported that gnomes had taken over their camp and seemed to be planning to make the girls their queens.
Yeah, I remember. When we arrived on the scene, the situation was really alarming. Gnomes, who are usually considered peaceful beings, were behaving quite aggressively. They had set up their flags and turned the camp into their temporary stronghold.
The gnomes started demanding that the girls acknowledge them as kings and become their queens. They acted as if it was a matter of honor for them. I don't know what could have prompted such behavior, but it was clearly something unusual.
Exactly. We saw that the girls were locked in their tents and the gnomes were guarding the camp. It seemed like they were trying to perform some sort of ritual to assert their right to the royal status.
It was really unsettling. We quickly devised a plan to free the girls. The first step was to determine how many gnomes were there and what their weak points were. We had to act carefully to avoid provoking them into aggression.
We split into groups. I and a few of our team approached the camp from one side to distract the gnomes. Meanwhile, another group used this opportunity to free the girls and lead them out of the camp.
The gnomes were surprisingly persistent, but we used cunning and strategy to outmaneuver them. One of our colleagues created a false noise on the other side of the camp, which gave us a chance to quickly and discreetly free the girls.
We found the girls in their tents. All were shaken but generally safe. We explained the situation to them and helped them leave the camp. Fortunately, we managed to do this before the gnomes noticed anyone was missing.
Once the girls were safe, we returned to the gnomes to find out what had happened. It turned out that the gnomes were under the influence of some magical amulet that made them act against their will. We managed to return the amulet to its place and restore order.
Yes, after the amulet was returned, the gnomes went back to their usual behavior and even apologized for their actions. We made sure everything was settled and there would be no further issues.
It's good we were able to help the girls and sort out the situation. It was truly a strange and unexpected case.
Absolutely. The important thing is that everyone is safe and the girls' camp is back to being a place for relaxation, not a captured fortress.
But that's not the last case involving you girls. We love and appreciate you very much. You're our princesses. But now, here's a very scary story about you.
Labrador, do you remember that not-so-ordinary week ago? We got a call saying that all the girls at the camp had turned into zombies.
Oh, how could I forget? It was a real nightmare. We thought it was just another prank or a false alarm. But when we arrived, we saw that it was much worse than we could have imagined.
Yes, when we got there, the camp looked like a scene from a horror movie. The girls, who had recently been full of energy and laughter, were now wandering around the camp like zombies, with empty eyes and slow movements. We realized it wasn't a prank.
We immediately noticed that something was wrong. None of our attempts to communicate with them worked. They didn't respond to our voices and couldn't explain what had happened to them. We had to figure out the cause and find a way to help.
We started investigating the camp. We observed the girls' behavior and looked for possible signs of infection or magical influence. It seemed that this was not a typical infection, but something supernatural.
Yes, and that's when we found strange things. It turned out there was an old spell book in the camp, left there by someone. The book was full of ancient and dark magical formulas. We suspected that someone might have used it for a ritual.
Exactly. We decided to trace the source of the magic. We discovered that the book had been found by one of the girls. She had accidentally opened it, and one of the spells apparently activated, turning everyone into zombies.
The next step was to find a way to reverse the spell. We contacted a local mage who specialized in such matters. He explained that we needed to perform a purification ritual to neutralize the spell's effect.
We organized the ritual at the camp. It was challenging, as the girls continued to wander around, but with the help of magical symbols and spells, we managed to create a protective circle and carry out the ritual. It was like battling a dark force that had consumed them.
And fortunately, the ritual worked. After we completed the process, the girls began to regain their senses. Their eyes returned to normal, and they returned to their usual state. It was an incredibly joyful and relieving moment.
Yes, we immediately noticed that the girls were in shock, but they received all the necessary help. We provided medical checks and psychological support to ensure there were no lingering effects.
And although that week was a real test, we managed to handle it. The camp became a safe place again, and the girls returned to their usual activities.
It was indeed a unique case, but fortunately, we were able to deal with it and restore everything to its proper state.
Remember when we were training with our iron swords? Recall how I accidentally hit you in the side when you tried to do a trick? That was a lot of fun.
Oh, don't remind me. At that moment, I thought my acrobatics dreams were over. But now, we need to use all our skills and wits to defeat this iron beauty.
Agreed. And don't forget, this robotic cop definitely doesn't like it when her swords get touched too often. Let's flank her and strike at the vulnerable spot.
Look what I've come up with. Let's do it in team attack style. One distracts, the other strikes. We'll be like a battalion during the holidays. Fast and efficient.
We did it. Guys, see you in the next mode. Remember, together we can handle any challenge. What? Where are we, Dobie?
I don't know, but it looks a lot like a children's room, with toys everywhere.
Wait a minute, it can't be. This looks like
The Evil Doll's room?
Hello, everyone. Today, Dobie and I are going to escape from the Evil Doll's house. What will we encounter?
And what awaits us will be a multitude of amazing and mysterious challenges. Our goal is not only to escape, but also to defeat the evil doll herself.
Just look at this room. It even has a special atmosphere that makes you start to feel like a child again.
I completely agree with you, Labrador. Today we will also plunge into childhood and explore the house of this doll.
So, it looks like we need to go through this small passage. The arrows lead to the house. Hopefully, the battle with the doll won't start too soon.
We picked up some candy. I wouldn't try it. She might have poisoned it. We need to find 10 of these candies.
It seems like we need to jump here. Let's postpone it for a bit and explore this house. Maybe we'll find something useful here.
Great. It wasn't in vain that we looked around. We found another candy.
Hooray! Checkpoint so we can die.
How much she loves herself, hanging her own portraits. I think you took your phrase too seriously. There was no need to die for a check.
I accidentally thought it was okay to walk there.
Ahead is another hole. Where are we descending to? It's like we're not far from hell.
Doesn't look like hell. It's a mountain of dishes here.
Listen, for me, a mountain of dishes is hell. I hate washing them.
And I'm the opposite. I enjoy it. I turn on my favorite playlist and sing along. It really lifts my spirits.
It's very strange. It seems like this place hasn't been cleaned in years. Maybe instead of washing dishes, she just buys new ones?
Yeah, that seems to be the case. I can't think of any other explanation for this mess.
It feels like we still have forever to go. I don't see the end in the distance. These arrows do have a mesmerizing effect, almost as if they're intentionally arranged to create an illusion or induce hallucinations.
Did you notice that in this room the floor is lava? But I see roses in this lava. It seems like these are hallucinations.
I see them too. Great, we've reached another checkpoint.
It seems like there's finally an end. Phew, I hope the next location won't involve parkour. I'm a bit tired already.
Some creepy toys, perhaps a demon has possessed them, or the souls of children are trapped inside them. Brr! Scary. By the way, did you know that in Poppy Playtime, the toys aren't actually bloody, but it's a mixture of red Poppy? I recently studied the storyline of this game. It's very interesting.
No, I didn't know. I'll definitely check it out in my free time, but just look at how we were fooled. It turns out we didn't see the real end, but now we can see the house in the distance. It seems like we should head there.
Let's hurry up then. I can even see a Ferris wheel. It's a very interesting location. I'd like the amusement park to be close to our police station.
Hey, Dobie, have you ever thought about candies?
Of course, Lab. Who doesn't love sweets?
True that. But do you have a favorite candy?
Well, I think my choice is chocolate candies with nuts. What about you?
I prefer caramel candies. They're like a sweet sound in the middle of the workday.
Agreed. Sometimes caramel can be a real lifesaver. But you know what's even better than candies?
I don't think anything can be better than candies. Well, maybe even more candies.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the same page with you. Candies are just incredibly delicious.
You just look at her. Why is she sitting there staring at us and didn't even say hello?
It seems to me she pretended to be an inanimate doll, but was actually watching us.
Then it's even scarier. Maybe we need to walk around here and find a way to open the gates.
Here it is, the button. Looks like we need to press 3 of these.
It says you can hide here. Looks like we're about to face some dangerous challenge.
Let's go.
And here she is, descending on her long braids. How does she see anything with those eyes?
Oops, let's hide quickly. I want to watch her from a safe place.
Let's climb higher. Maybe she won't notice us that way.
Did you see that? Her braids just flickered past the room. I'd hold my breath.
We mustn't forget our current task, namely to press 2 more buttons.
It's good that we took a look around. It's never unnecessary. Actually, I see quite a few rooms here where we can hide, so this challenge will be very easy for us, especially considering that we have experience as sheriffs.
I constantly hear her whispering. It's very unsettling.
Oh no, she's behind us. We need to hurry and press this button and hide. Let's lighten the mood and ease the tension by telling the folks a couple of interesting stories.
Okay, let me get started. It was a regular morning in our quiet town. Sheriff Dobie and I decided to relax a bit and headed to our favorite corner cafe to enjoy some delicious donuts and good conversation. Just as we were starting to savor the aroma of fresh donuts, our tranquility was suddenly disrupted. We received a call from the evil ice cream vendor who allegedly hypnotized children with his ice cream and demanded ransom. Without hesitation, we abandoned the donuts and rushed to the scene. The situation was serious, and we needed to act quickly. Upon arrival at the ice cream stand, we found a group of children with blank, trance-like stares, as if they were indeed under hypnosis. We realized that the ice cream contained some strange component that affected the children's minds. Without wasting any time, we devised a plan. I distracted the ice cream vendor by asking him questions about his ice cream, while Dobie searched for and destroyed the source of the hypnotic influence. Thanks to our coordinated efforts, we were able to expose the villain and free all the children from his control. We apprehended the ice cream vendor and handed him over to the police.
Great story, Labrador. In the meantime, we've passed the first mini-challenge and are tackling the parkour again. Let me continue our tales. Waking up to the unexpected sounds of fireworks, I immediately sensed that something was amiss. After all, it was still early in the morning, and such loud noises didn't fit the usual order of things in our town. Getting out of bed, I realized that I needed to check what was going on. Stepping outside, my nose caught something strange. The smell of smoke and fire. Sheriff Labrador, my faithful partner, was already waiting for me outside my house, and his expression said it all. Something serious had happened. Following our instincts, we decided to investigate the area where we heard the fireworks. Soon enough, we found the source of the smoke. A warehouse storing goods for our town was on fire. We quickly approached the scene and began unraveling the puzzle. The traces left at the crime scene told us that it was the work of malicious criminals, unwilling to bring anything good to our town. Gathering all possible evidence, we concluded that our task was to find the culprits and prevent further attacks on our community. Thanks to our efforts and meticulous investigation, we were able to track down the criminals and arrest them before they could do any more harm.
Dobie, you remembered another captivating story as well, but I can already feel that we're close to our goal. The final battle with the boss, the evil doll, is just around the corner. But before that, I want to share one more of my stories. After a long and well-deserved break, when Dobie and I finally returned to work, I felt full of enthusiasm and ready for action. However, to our surprise, the first few hours on duty were completely calm. Not a single call came in, and I began to find it suspicious. Suspicions grew when I noticed that our antenna wasn't transmitting signals. Apparently, something had happened to the wires. We started checking and found that the wires had been chewed through. The culprit turned out to be an evil raccoon, who clearly didn't want us to receive calls and be able to help people. Realizing immediately that our communication was disrupted, I pressed the SOS button to alert the other sheriffs about the problem. We couldn't afford to leave our town unprotected due to unexpected technical issues. Soon after that, the calls started pouring in one after another. It was obvious that people needed our help, and there was no time to waste. Dobie and I immediately headed to the scenes to assist those in need.
Oh my God, while you were telling us your story, we've already started battling the evil doll. Let's give her a fight.
Did you see how that giant candy nearly hit us on the head? We need to not only aim at it, but also dodge its attacks.
She seems to really love sweets. How is she not stuck in another place? Oh, she's a doll.
Shoot more accurately, our shots are missing.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
By the way, Dobie, have you ever thought about the harm of sweets?
Of course, Lab. Sweets can be delicious, but they can also be harmful, especially if consumed in excess.
Exactly. I've noticed that lately our residents have been consuming too many sweets. This can lead to health problems, especially for children.
Yes, and not just for children. We need to inform our citizens about the importance of balanced nutrition and limiting the consumption of sweets.
Agreed. Let's organize a campaign to educate people about the dangers of excessive sugar consumption. Together, we can make our city healthier and stronger.
Yes, we did it. Well done, Sheriff Labrador.
Hold on. Maybe we haven't won yet. I'm not quite sure what she's doing right now.
It seems like I understand what's about to happen, and I'm glad about it.
Oh my, what a ridiculous death. It must be quite embarrassing, especially considering she almost had us for dinner.
Absolutely! It's time to celebrate our victory for real now!
Sometimes even the cringiest dances feel like a victory lap, don't they?
I agree with you, but it's still good that other players don't see it.
It seems like we've reached the end of this place, which means it's time to wrap things up. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching us escape from this house today, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, don't forget to suggest other Roblox places for us to play. We're not saying goodbye. See you later. Hi, subscribers. It's us again, Sheriff Labrador and Sheriff Dobie.
Hi, guys. Today we're diving into the world of Roblox and playing the Escape from Benny's Restaurant mode. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new episodes.
So, Dobie, tell our viewers what this mode is all about.
Sure, Labrador. Escape from Benny's Restaurant is a mode in Roblox where we're stuck in a creepy restaurant run by a strange chef named Benny. Benny has lost his mind and locked everyone inside. Our task is to find a way out by solving puzzles and avoiding traps.
Yeah, Benny is definitely not right in the head. Did you see him running around with that giant meat cleaver? It feels like he's making soup out of subscribers.
Oh, look, I found the first key. It fits the door to the kitchen. Hopefully there are no hot sauce traps, or worse.
Ha! Can you imagine if Benny poured a lot of Tabasco into the soup? We'd definitely become superheroes with fire-breathing powers.
Labrador, be careful. There's an oil puddle here. We don't need a slip and fall show.
Oh, thanks, Dobie. I thought it was a bonus track for skateboarders. All right, I found wire cutters. I'm going to cut the wire at the exit.
Great. Just watch out for Benny sneaking up from behind. He's a master of sudden appearances, like your grandma with unexpected treats.
Ha ha! You're right. My grandma with her cookies could compete with Benny in a culinary battle. Oh, I found a secret room with recipes. Looks like there's another key hidden here.
Benny's secret recipes? Maybe after all this, we could open our own restaurant. But first, let's escape from here.
Well, we've almost got all the keys. We just need to get out of the fridge. Hey, Dobie, this reminds me of the time we tried to make a snow fort in the freezer.
Exactly. Only back then there wasn't a giant chef with a huge knife. All right, I've opened the door. Let's go, Labrador, to freedom.
Freedom is still far away, but I hope we can handle it and defeat this evil chef.
Labrador, do you remember how we had a real adventure with that evil scientist who pretended to be a chef just a week ago?
Of course, Dobie. That was a completely crazy case. This scientist opened the Burger Ore restaurant and started feeding everyone giant burgers. At first glance, nothing unusual, but then something strange began to happen.
Yeah, the residents of our town started gaining weight rapidly. It turned out that this evil genius, Dr. Gloom, had developed special burgers that made people very fat. He wanted everyone to feel the same way he did in childhood, when he was teased for being overweight.
When we got the first call, many residents were already complaining about feeling unwell. We went to Burger Ore and immediately noticed something was off. The restaurant was full of people greedily eating enormous burgers.
I've never seen such huge burgers. They were the size of footballs, and everyone was eating them with such greed as if they had never seen food before. We knew we had to act quickly before the whole town turned into a city full of gluttons.
We started an investigation and discovered that Dr. Gloom was adding a special ingredient to his burgers that caused severe addiction and weight gain. This ingredient was the result of his scientific experiments.
We managed to infiltrate Gloom's laboratory, which was right under the restaurant. There, we found many strange machines and chemicals that he used to create his burgers.
When Gloom realized we had uncovered his plan, he tried to escape. But thanks to our efforts and the help of the town's residents, we were able to apprehend him. He tried to explain his actions by talking about his difficult childhood, but that didn't justify what he did.
We immediately organized a cleanup of the town from those burgers. All the residents received medical help, and we started developing a program to restore their health.
We had a real challenge. It all started when we received the first alarming call about strange occurrences in our town. The locals began to notice that things in their homes were mysteriously changing size.
Yes, at first it seemed like just a prank. But when someone found a giant carrot in their garden the size of a car, it became clear that something serious was going on. We started an investigation and found that all these oddities were happening near the Magic Spoon restaurant.
We decided to go there and talk to the chef who worked there. His name was Mr. Crawford, and he was known for his unconventional approach to cooking. But what we discovered surpassed all expectations.
When we entered the restaurant, we saw that all the items were either gigantic or tiny. Tables, chairs, dishes. Everything looked like it was from a fantasy movie. Mr. Crawford greeted us with a wide smile and offered to explain how he did it.
He showed us his device, a small machine with many buttons and levers. According to him, he developed this device to diversify his cuisine, but he soon realized that he could do much more with it.
Crawford started using his device not only for cooking. He began enlarging items to impress his customers and shrinking things to make them easier to store. But soon, he started using his invention for evil purposes.
He enlarged the streetlights, which caused chaos on the roads. Then he shrank the trash bins, causing garbage to spill onto the streets. We realized we needed to stop him quickly before he did something even more terrible.
We tried to talk to him and convince him to stop, but Crawford was too fascinated by his invention. So, we decided we needed to deactivate the device. It wasn't easy because the device was well protected.
We had to come up with a plan. We distracted Crawford by asking him to show us how the device worked. While he was demonstrating its capabilities, Dobie quietly sneaked up and pulled a crucial wire from the machine.
The device stopped, and the items began returning to their normal sizes. Crawford was furious, but we managed to calm him down and explain that his invention was causing more harm than good.
We confiscated the device and sent it to a lab for study. Crawford agreed not to use his inventions for evil purposes anymore, and promised to direct his talents for the benefit of society.
This was another instance where our town was in danger, but thanks to our quick reaction and teamwork, we managed to set everything right.
Have you heard about Cookland? It's an incredible discovery. Imagine an entire planet made entirely of food.
Exactly. Planet Cookland is a true paradise for food lovers. Mountains of mashed potatoes, rivers of chocolate, and forests of broccoli. But the most amazing thing is the inhabitants of Cookland. They don't just live among food, they are chefs themselves.
Yes, they created this planet using their culinary skills and magical ingredients. Every corner of Cookland smells like something delicious. But, when we received a distress signal from there, we realized that not everything was as perfect as it seemed.
Right, Labrador. When we landed on Cookland, we immediately sensed that something was wrong. We saw giant pies cut in half and huge chunks of cheese melting under the scorching sun. It seemed the climate conditions had become unfavorable for their food.
We met the head chef of Cookland, Chef Biscuit. He explained that the planet was experiencing serious problems. Their culinary spells were losing their power, and the food that made up the planet was starting to spoil.
Chef Biscuit asked us to help find the cause of this disaster. We embarked on a journey across Cookland, trying to understand what could have disrupted the balance. Along the way, we encountered many unique creatures, such as macaroni monsters and sugar elves.
And when we reached the center of the planet, we discovered that the source of the problem was a giant caramel volcano. It had started erupting and disrupted the planet's magical balance. We needed to take urgent action.
Labrador and I teamed up with the local chefs and began working on a solution. Using magical recipes and our sheriff skills, we managed to create an antidote for the volcano. We took the freshest ingredients from across the planet and made a giant cooling cake.
The cooler worked. The volcano calmed down, and Cookland's magic began to restore itself. In gratitude, Chef Biscuit invited us to a grand feast where we tasted the most unusual dishes. Do you remember that moon cheese soup? It was something else.
Of course I remember. It was an amazing adventure and a unique experience. We helped save the planet and learned a lot about magic and cooking. Now Cookland is thriving again, and we can proudly say that we played a part in its salvation.
That was one of the strangest and creepiest adventures in our sheriff careers. Let's tell our friends what happened.
So, it all started when we decided to check out the new pizzeria Robo Pizza. We heard they had great pizza and unique shows featuring animatronic robots.
When we walked in, everything seemed pretty cute. Robots in animal costumes were singing songs and entertaining children. But when we tried to leave after the show, the doors were locked.
Right. At first, we thought it was some kind of mistake or joke, but then we noticed that the robots started acting strangely. Their eyes turned red, and they stopped smiling.
I remember one of the robots, a giant bear named Freddy, came up to us and said, "You can't leave. The party isn't over yet." It was creepy.
We tried to find an exit, but the robots had blocked all the doors. We realized we needed to act quickly and find a way to disable them.
We split up to explore the pizzeria. I went to the control room and you stayed behind to distract the robots. It was risky, but we had no choice.
Yes. I remember trying to strike up a conversation with one of the robots, a huge chicken named Chica. She was telling me about pizza recipes while you were looking for a way to shut down the system.
It was a creepy adventure, but we made it through. It's important to always be on guard, even when you're just going out for pizza.
We finally finished telling our stories and completed this mode. See you in the next mode.
Hello, friends. It's Sheriff Labrador here again with my loyal partner, Sheriff Dobie. Today we found ourselves in one of the scariest and craziest Roblox modes. Escape from the police family of heads. Dobie, are you ready for this?
Oh, Labrador, honestly, this place is already giving me the creeps. Imagine a family where instead of faces, they have giant police siren heads. And they don't just stand around, they actively chase us, trying to catch us. There's definitely no boredom here.
That's right. But let's tell our viewers what's going on in this mode. We ended up in the house of this strange family, and our task is to escape without getting caught. The house is filled with traps, locked doors, and of course the family members themselves patrolling the hallways.
At the start, we need to escape from the basement where they've locked us up. It's dark everywhere. You can hear footsteps, and every now and then, you might see a siren flashing in the darkness getting louder. That's a sign that one of the family members is getting closer. We need to find keys, unlock doors, and avoid the traps they've set.
Once we get out of the basement, a real race for survival through the house begins. We'll hide under beds, jump out of windows, and of course, try to unlock doors to find the way out. But be careful, the family is not sleeping. They will hear any noise we make and immediately start chasing us.
Yes, and remember, if you get caught even once, you'll have to start all over again. But the scariest part begins outside. That's where the final stage takes place, where we need to make our way through a huge yard with a maze where the main villain, the head of the family with a giant siren instead of a head, is hiding.
If we manage to outsmart him, we can find a car, start it, and finally escape from this nightmarish family. But that's not all, Dobie. If we get caught, they'll drag us back into the house, and the whole nightmare starts again.
Exactly! So this is going to be a very intense adventure. Friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next exciting adventures, and give this video a like if you enjoy what we're doing.
It all started when Dobie and I were woken up by a strange call at our office. On the other end of the line was our friend, Postman Jackson. He was saying something incomprehensible about his body disappearing and only his head remaining. We thought it was just a joke, but the panic in his voice was too real to ignore.
We immediately drove to his house, and what we saw there shocked us to the core. In the middle of the room, lying on the table, was Jackson's head. It was talking, moving its eyes, but there was no neck, no body. The head was hovering in the air as if in an invisible container. We couldn't believe our eyes.
Jackson told us that in the morning, when he woke up, his body started disappearing right before his eyes, starting from his fingers and toes, and within a few minutes, only his head was left. He didn't feel any pain, just horror and confusion. Dobie and I didn't know what to do. This was the first time we had encountered something so supernatural and terrifying.
We began our investigation and found out that Jackson wasn't the only one. The whole town was suddenly hit by a wave of body disappearances. Some people's bodies vanished right in front of their families, while others were found alone, with only their heads remaining. It was like a mass curse that had fallen upon our town. Labrador and I understood that time was running out, and we needed to find the solution quickly.
In search of answers, we turned to the old legends of our town. Ancient records spoke of a mysterious artifact hidden somewhere nearby. It was said that this artifact belonged to a powerful sorcerer who once lived on this land. According to legend, the sorcerer cursed people by taking away their bodies to punish them for their sins. But we knew that our townsfolk were good and honest people, and they had done nothing wrong. Something didn't add up.
We headed to the town library where old books and scrolls were kept. After hours of searching, we stumbled upon a book describing a ritual that could restore the missing bodies if only we found and destroyed the artifact. It turned out that the artifact was activated when someone accidentally disturbed it in the old cemetery outside of town.
We immediately went there. Hidden in the overgrown bushes under one of the old tombs, we found a mysterious stone covered in strange runes. The stone glowed with an ominous red light, and it seemed like something was moving inside it. We realized that this was the very artifact.
But as soon as we touched it, ghosts started appearing around us. The souls of people whose bodies had once been taken by the sorcerer. They tried to stop us, but we knew that if we didn't destroy the stone now, our town would be doomed. We took the artifact and shattered it into pieces. The moment the last shard hit the ground, the ghost disappeared, and we felt a change in the air.
As we returned to the town, we saw people beginning to regain their bodies. The heads floating in the air slowly descended, and necks, arms, and legs began to reappear. Everything returned to normal. The townspeople were saved, and the curse was broken. Dobie and I realized that this was more than just magic. It was a lesson for all of us about the importance of remembering our town's history and respecting its mysteries.
The townspeople thanked us for saving them, but we knew it wasn't just our doing. It was the work of everyone who didn't lose hope and believed that evil could be defeated. From that day on, we became even more vigilant, paying close attention to every strange occurrence in our town, knowing that ancient secrets might be lurking somewhere in the shadows, waiting for their moment.
It all started when Dobie and I were sitting in our office discussing the latest events in town. The weather outside was scorching, and we were thinking about how great it would be to have a car that could rise into the air and avoid traffic jams.
Labrador, remember when you said, what if we had a car that could not only drive but also fly? It would save us a ton of time and help us get to crime scenes faster. At first I laughed, but then the idea hooked us both. It wasn't just a fantasy, it was a challenge, a chance to do something no one had done before.
We started researching how to turn this idea into reality. We already had experience creating gadgets, so why not try to build a flying car? The first thing we did was head to the local library to study all available materials on aerodynamics, aviation, and automobile engineering. The more we delved into the topic, the more we realized that the idea was entirely feasible.
The next step was creating a prototype. We took our old car, which had been sitting in the garage for ages, and began upgrading it. First, we reinforced the frame, then added special turbines that could lift the car into the air. It wasn't without complex calculations. We had to precisely determine how much energy would be needed to keep the car airborne.
We worked day and night, sparing no effort. Each day brought new challenges, but we didn't give up. The turbines kept overheating, the suspension couldn't handle the car's weight, and the controls were terrible during the initial tests. But we knew that these setbacks were just steps on the path to success.
Finally, after months of hard work, the day came when we were ready for the first full-scale test. We drove out to a large field outside the city where no one could disturb us. I took the driver's seat, Labrador sat as co-pilot, and we began to start the system. The car hummed softly, the turbines started spinning, and within seconds, we felt the wheels lift off the ground.
The first thing we felt was exhilaration. Our car had risen into the air, smoothly hovering above the ground. We flew over the field like birds, enjoying the view from above. All our hard work had paid off. We had done it. We had created the world's first flying car.
But our joy quickly turned to anxiety when we realized that controlling the car in the air was much more challenging than on the ground. Any wrong move could lead to disaster, but thanks to our training and preparation, we managed. Slowly but surely, we began to maneuver, gaining altitude and descending, practicing each control element.
Returning to the ground, we knew there was still much work ahead. We needed to improve the control system, add more safety features, and think about how to make the car suitable for mass production. But the most important thing was that we had proven to ourselves and the world that a flying car was possible.
Word about our invention quickly spread through the town. People started coming to our office to see the miracle car. We conducted demonstration flights, showing how the car could lift off and easily maneuver at height. The townsfolk were thrilled, and the local media began writing articles about our invention, calling us heroes of a new era.
Soon, word of our invention spread beyond the town. Scientists, engineers, and even representatives from major car companies began visiting us. They all wanted to see our creation and offer their ideas for improvement. But we knew this was just the beginning of a long journey.
We decided that our invention should serve society. Together with a team of engineers and developers, we began working on creating serial models of flying cars. Our goal was to make it possible for everyone to experience the freedom of flight and overcome the limitations of ground transportation.
After years of hard work, flying cars became an integral part of our lives. They helped reduce traffic, shorten travel times, and open new horizons for exploration. And every time we get behind the wheel of our car, we remember that first day when Dobie and I took to the skies in our first flying car, and we realized that all our efforts were worth it.
But most importantly, Labrador and I realized that nothing is impossible if you have a dream and the desire to make it come true. We became pioneers in a new world where the boundaries between the sky and the ground no longer exist. And now, as we fly over our city, we know that this world is a world of limitless possibilities, where anyone can become the hero of their own story. Goodbye for now, and see you in the next adventure.